All right, brought to you live from Three Forks, Montana. Let's play some more of this awesome space game. All right, I'm gonna set guidance. Yeah, to Morningstar, and then we'll fly from there. Wait a minute, I got a better idea. Hang on, hang on, hang on. I need to start the next terraforming mission anyway. So,
Hello.
Mr. the
Hello
King,
there.
Mr. the King, I want you to fly away right there. And I need to go to the headquarters because I already dropped a beacon. And we forgot to, I forgot to talk to this Talati anyway. So let's go talk to Bozo and talk to this Talati and let him
Entering
off of our
system.
station
Black hole sun.
because I'm pretty sure he wants to go back home by now. Ooh, it's floaty in here, 14 frames. Well, Black Hole Sun is up to 21 frames.
Ah, yes, there
You
you
grabbed
are.
me.
I am glad that you got back before I left. I would have hated to part ways without saying goodbye properly. And, of course, to thank you. Turning down the twins' offer must not have been easy. It was certainly a lucrative deal. Truly, I cannot say how I would have acted in your situation, which makes me appreciate your decision all the more. Thank you for everything you have done for the people of Avarice, and for me personally. Now it is time for me to return home, and to seek my fortune among the abandoned wreckage once more.
Oh,
But now,
they're
of course, with a bit of added perspective, amassing wealth to the detriment of all else might not be quite as admirable as I once thought. Take care, and may many profits await you in the times to come.
Until the next one, when I might just give up and side with the,
Hello
the
there.
kids. Let's see here. Oh, that's right, that's right. Just zoom out. Come on. This is painfully floaty. Frontier's Edge. I gotta set that mission active yet, too.
That does appear to be a suitable destination.
Oh,
I am
good, because
prepared.
I'm not flying back
Shall I
there.
initiate the process?
Hit the gas, buddy.
Charging the high mass teleportation drive.
We got two more to do after this one.
Goodness me!
But hey, I still got a lot of xenon to shoot for the Yaki. Ooh, that's bright. That's
Entering system.
bright.
Frontier edge.
I thought we died for a second.
The power system is stabilizing.
Good deal. Okay. Missions.
It seems to have been successful.
Totally awesome. Let's get her done. Now, what do you have left in you? "19 energy cells." Has anybody noticed that since this new thing, your build storage, I think, has to be completely empty, otherwise it stays there. Um, yeah, now we have build storages on the map, which is that one don't have a build storage. I have no idea. Okay, I need a ship that's close by. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I want you to transfer with the build storage. Grab all those. Confirm. Transfer. confirm, and then keep going about your business. And then I'll finally be able to delete that. Okay. Side swiping. Oh. Yeah, he can sit there for a while. Glad we can teleport.
Entering system.
Once again, the Senate has approved the start of terraforming efforts on an as-yet uninhabited world near our borders. The world to be made inhabitable is Messna, a mountainous planet in the Frontier Edge system. This rather picturesque world would already be mostly habitable, were it not for the constant threat of Xenon invading that system. We will update you as this story develops.
Oh, that is so annoying. I gave you a direct order. Really ego soft. I gave him a direct order. Why is he still sitting there waiting for signal? That is the most insane crap I've ever come across. Let me see. Well, it's in here somewhere. Alright, let's go meet the boron, finally. And Ironhide will trail behind us.
Jump gate. Lumangstrat's legacy.
$6,270,000. I don't know how much we've got already. Oh, 7 million. Okay.
Production will start right away.
We're gonna have to build it back up before Adia's misfortune.
Entering system. Lumangstrat's legacy.
Oh, this is
Jump gate.
new
CEO's
sectors.
doubt.
I just realized I can't do any of this part at home because Timelines is the very last expansion. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. I even got to fly through Kingdom's End before I can do this little itty bitty. Boy, that wasn't much of a mission. That was pretty cool to see the old carrier again. Or Q. What was that called? I'm gonna have to play X3 again to find out. Yeah, the malfunctioning CPU ships. Interesting. They just wanted to be left alone. Something like that.
Entering system.
Whoa.
CEO's doubt.
11? Really? Well, it's back up now. I'm gonna have to check out these zones and see what kind of resources we get. They're not owned. We could own them. Got no use for them. Well, maybe I could. More places to put less lag. Yeah, if you spread your empire out, one mega station per zone, that might do it. It might be a pain. You might have to use a lot of repeat orders because I think your ships would get real confused. I can't travel that far. Nope, not getting sidetracked. I see your satellite mission. I'll go meet the Boron. It's been a long game.
Entering system.
We'll
Memory
be
of
on like
Prophet.
23 days.
Accelerator. Memory of Prophet. 9.
Now this character is getting a little long in the tooth. Not as long as the last Talati. 100 days. There's my music. Xenon are doing pretty good. They're making really good inroads into free families. ZYA is down to one sector, and the Argon have moved a shipyard in there.
Entering Memory of Prophet. 9.
Still gotta go see what 598 and that looks like.
Entering system. 18 billion. Entering system. Silent witness.
Now the Xenons, and that is misfortune, haven't grown any. They still control both of them, but that's it. Barely. They have something somewhere.
Entering system. Atikva's choice.
This automated message is being broadcast exclusively in the proximity of Heretic's End. Signs indicate that we will imminently witness the extraordinarily rare reactivation of a jump gate. The Alliance of the Word has assembled an expedition to study this rare event. A reactivation, able to be investigated scientifically, is an exceedingly uncommon opportunity. You are welcome to join us.
Entering system. Morningstar. Behemoth. Vanguard.
Oh wow, that's what that icon is.
Jump gate. Heretic's End.
It's going to take a while to learn those new icons. I preferred the more simpler capital ship icon.
Entering system. Heretic's End.
Alright. It's probably those guys right there.
Jump gate.
Oh, well, yeah, but these people right here. Let's go meet the Borons.
Of course, everyone is welcome to attend the investigation, though please do remain at a safe distance until the risks are more clear.
So many ships! I cannot believe we are actually here, ready to witness something truly historic.
The Terran Secret Service has been alerted to potential gate activity. The Intervention Corps has been ordered to undertake a threat assessment with regard to the potential impact on Sol territories. We can only guarantee everyone's safety as long as the expedition remains close to the intervention fleet. However, we advise everyone to stay clear of our firing arcs.
Initial scans indicate some activity. We will need to get closer for a more thorough read on the situation. Mission Specialist, approach the gate nacelle and interface with it to initialize a direct data stream for our onboard science team.
Affirmative. Approaching the jump gate. Activating scanner. Accessing nacelle.
Data stream is initialized. It looks like... Fall back. The energy is spiking.
Battle stations, prepare to engage.
All of a sudden, a Xenon death ray comes through there.
Nothing? Well then. Intervention Corps, prepare for traversal.
The expedition shall follow close behind. Mission Specialist, remain here and establish an outpost to derive a complete reading of the gate's coordinate data.
On it, sir. Godspeed, everyone.
I did not put that there.
We have completed our current terraforming project.
How convenient. What do we need for wheat fields? Fertile soil and temperature. Oh, temperature. Temperature. We need to do this 2 times. How much graphene we got? Ooh, ouch. Well, that's going to take a while. Okay, no problem.
I have ordered construction of the required devices.
You sure betcha. As long as I got
Entering system. Watchful gaze.
the earthquakes done, that's that's what I was worried about. Whoa, 10 frames. Holy crap. I set this mission to active. Why is there no mission for this?
Awaiting orders.
Oh.
This is an historic expedition. Without compare in a lifetime, I am overjoyed to see you here. We were rather hoping to be enjoying a reunion with Kingdom End after gate reactivation. The most recent Boron missive indicates that this has been the overwhelming focus of their civilization's scientific resources, so you will forgive us, perhaps, for being seduced by the possibility. Telemetry shows that this system is annotated as Watchful Gaze, yet we cannot detect whether it is itself isolated or connects further to any number of other systems.
Okay. I remember what those guys were doing. Yeah, manual trader. That's, yeah. You're moving whole parts that I don't have right now. Or you were. And moving stations. Okay, there's a couple left. All right, no problem. Now I won't get interrupted.
Preliminary scans indicate that this system is uninhabited. No sign of boron or any other kind of life, biological or artificial.
Uh-huh.
This cannot be true. Are you certain that the sensors are not malfunctioning? It has been so long. I really thought this might be the day I finally reconnect with my kin of the Fin.
Take heart, Boron Exile. You may yet be a step closer to your reunion. Explorer, we need some detailed system mapping. The task is in your hands.
I'm
There's
working on
much
it.
to learn here.
Not the most exciting surprise, but preferable to the excitement of an unexpected Xenon enclave, I suppose.
A little straighter, maybe. Don't we find a ship around here?
Preliminary data has identified some points of potential interest. We are having trouble locking on to exact locations at this range. See if you can pinpoint them for us.
It's been a while since I've done this mission.
Hold on. I think I am picking up. Oh no, never mind that. Nothing of interest here. This system's peculiar conditions make getting accurate readings rather troublesome.
Newmont Khaled, sir? Our team confirms that the Heretic's End Gate does indeed contain the coordinates to the Kingdom End system. The timing cannot be coincidental, can it? Just after we received word from the Boron? Is it possible that their experiments were somehow related to the gate reinitialization?
Coordinates and timing are relevant, but not conclusive. The fact of the matter is that this is definitely not Kingdom End. Interstellar messenger drones are not the fastest form of communication. We do not know what has occurred on the boron side since their last message. Theoretically, a connection between the two gates is possible, but that is just a theory. It could well be that the systems were linked in the distant past.
Yes. Unfortunately, a theoretical compatibility does not mean much in itself. If activating or reprogramming these gates were easy, I am certain I would have overcome the challenges long ago.
The split didn't exactly give you a choice over your research focus. Could this be the boron? Could they really have unlocked jump gate technology?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. At this point, any further hypothesis would be mere speculation. Until we have more evidence, keep your ideas off General Comms. If you must elaborate your theories, feel free to put them in writing.
Oh my! Could that be?
By the Trinity, a boron vessel.
My instinct says we should take a closer look. Your ship's sensors are picking up a weak energy signature amongst the debris.
Yet another one.
Dragon, Raider.
Awaiting order.
That really makes me not want to do this mission at all. I struggle with getting left behind
See if you can
constantly.
repair the panel to gain access.
Container.
Running decryption and reconstruction algorithm. The data is woefully incomplete, but it appears that this was an outpost of some man. There are signs of an attack from several directions. It seems that the operators would have had little, if any, time to react. How frustratingly peculiar. I am forwarding all of this to our esteemed expedition commander. Perhaps he can garner more clues. I have my doubts, though.
Good damn it. Well, I do crash a lot.
Docking granted.
Oops.
Dragon, Raider.
Explore newly connected system. Thought that's what I was doing. Oh,
Unknown object.
and then on the way to that gate from here is
Explore.
another
You have an
ship.
unidentified ship on an intercept trajectory. This is our first contact in the newly opened network. We have no idea of who they are, or their intentions. Investigate, and if possible, make contact, but maintain vigilance.
Oh my! Aliens! Please, do not be afraid. I shall disengage my armament.
Piranha.
Greetings. I am so pleased to make your acquaintance.
Incredible! Finally, contact with our aquatic allies. Bozota, are you receiving this?
What did you say? A boron? Truly? A living, buoyant boron? Are my ocular sensor organs deceiving me? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Bozo Tar, and I can barely recall another boron face. I have been riven from my people for that long. Will you please deign to share your time with me?
I am Mila T, adventurer extraordinaire. I would be delighted to spend time with you.
As appointed delegate of the Alliance of the Word, please allow me to extend my greetings to you and your people. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Mila T.
I do not have any official capacity as such, but it is marvelous to be seeing actual people from beyond the disconnected gates. How did you get here? Has a gate reopened? Are we connected once more? Oh, I knew it would have to happen eventually. What joyous news!
Momentous news indeed, although we are less than clear on how this has occurred. There was speculation that the boron triggered the gate reinitialization. Messages from your scientists indicated that they were working on such a task. Please, can you direct us towards Kingdom End?
You were in contact with Kingdom End? That is marvelous news. It has been decades since we were cut off. We have heard nothing in all that time. The severing of the connection with Nishala has been indescribably distressing for all of us.
My system is in profound turmoil. To meet a fellow boron after all these years is an incandescent joy. But to find that you, too, are cut off from the homeworld is a misery.
More than you know, Bosotar. We have all mourned this loss.
But without access to Kingdom End, your Queen and Parliament, how do you govern yourselves?
After the severance, there was a period of chaos, until a royal steward was appointed. I have had dealings with him. It would be my pleasure to make an introduction.
We must make haste. There is much to be discussed with your leadership.
Follow me, you cavalcade of curious creatures.
A boron society not headed by a queen? This is somewhat hard to fathom.
Indeed, Bosotar. From your own experience, you understand the pain of separation. I doubt other species appreciate the biological depth of our harmonious societal interconnection. It was worse than it is now. It used to be that all our systems were isolated. Severed, not just from Kingdom End, the Queen and Homeworld Nishala, but also from each other. Fortunately, several of our systems reconnected to each other eventually, but none received word from home. Reorganization became a necessity. The provinces adrift, as we call ourselves, were only ever intended to be temporary, but under the Royal Steward, it has grown into a comprehensive governing body. But some of us have never given up on Kingdom End. Your communication with the homeworld is momentous in the extreme. Not a soul in these systems has found evidence of where the Kingdom End even still exists.
Jump gate, unknown sector.
Goodness! Someone from beyond our realm. Surely this indicates that our reports are correct. The once dormant gate has indeed resumed its function and brought our province into alignment with our erstwhile allies. You must realize what this means. All the resources of the Commonwealth are now within reach. At long last, a chance to end the shortages. Pick up the pace.
I must warn you, the provinces adrift are not awash with the luxuries of the old kingdom. The pain of severance has been constant, but our economy has also suffered. The shortages of essential goods have cut deeply. Reconnection with the network may alleviate some of these issues, at least.
as guests, outsiders, with a fleet no less. What have you been up to?
More than that, Royal Steward, I bring momentous news. The fleet, this Paranid-led fleet, it came from the Dormant Gate in watchful gaze. They have communicated with Kingdom Ends. They have no Kingdom End gate, but they have communication. We are connected to the network once more.
My word, if...
The delegation seeks an audience. May I?
Yes, of course. There is so much to discuss, so much to consider.
Royal Steward, would it be in order for me to accompany the delegation?
I'm sure you have other things to do. Diplomacy is not the same thrill as exploration.
Please, Royal Steward, with your permission.
Of course, Neela T. By all means, accompany the delegation.
Explorer, you have displayed some usefulness thus far. I'm tasking you with joining us in meeting the Royal Steward. I may have need of your insights.
Sounds like fun.
You've clearly made an impression on the expedition commander. I sense you are becoming more central to his plans. Join the delegation. Watch this Royal Steward. I have some experiments to attend to, though I shall keep an eye on you.
Sir?
Getting really tired of that.
Dragon, Raider. Guppy. Docking granted.
My ropalium near explodes with the joy of welcoming esteemed visitors. This historic occasion is the first of its kind. I am Leda V, Royal Steward of the Provinces Adrift. On behalf of Her Majesty the Queen, and as her loyal servant, it is my profound pleasure to welcome an emissary of the Paranid Empire. And once business is out of the way, I insist you join me on a more informal tour.
Esteemed Royal Steward Leda Wee, thank you for your most gracious welcome. You must forgive me. I, Numunkaret, am no Empire emissary. I represent the Alliance of the Word, a diplomatic, foreign, and scientific organization funded by various races across the network.
My. But do you have letters patent from the Empire? The provinces adrift are in dire straits. We must negotiate terms of assistance.
I am compelled to reiterate, I do not speak for the Paranid authorities. Though we do bring news which may bring joy, we have been in communication with Kingdom End. Limited, fragile communication, but communication nevertheless. Some months ago, we received word from your homeworld. It was heartening to discover that the Boron core has survived the shutdown, and learn of their most ambitious endeavor. Their entire scientific resources are focused on understanding and manipulating jump gate technology. We humbly request your permission to investigate the dormant jump gates in your territory, and to set up a scientific outpost in the region, should that be required.
There are so many implications to consider. This really is momentous. I am afraid I must decline your request, for now. We cannot be precipitous.
By the glistening waters of Nishala.
I fail to understand. We ask for no more than your permission. We certainly have no wish to be a drain on your resources.
Leader Wee, they are trying to connect us with Kingdom End. They have communications.
Neela T, this obsession with finding home is entirely yours. You may have the luxury of gallivanting around the galaxy in search of miracles, but I have responsibilities. I have the welfare of billions of souls to consider. Our guests have already made clear that the outside network, with all its resources, has been unable to connect with our home world. The priority at this juncture is the welfare of our people, and I shall not be distracted from that.
Honored host, we will of course expedite communications with the governments of the network. I'm sure emissaries are preparing as we speak. Yet, if we could simply...
Enough, please. I understand your request, but I do not think you understand what is at stake. Please have patience, but for now, the matter is settled.
Outrageous! The Boron Queen's government itself is racing to reconnect, and you decline to facilitate? What kind of royal steward are you?
Please.
There is nothing to be gained from trading insults.
This is absurd. Our work is of the utmost importance. Your obduracy is beyond me. I shall take my leave. Heading to the dock, awaiting pickup.
That certainly could have gone better. But all may not be lost.
Indeed. The Royal Steward seems somewhat overwhelmed by the news. Maybe it's a good idea to just listen to him. Understanding his fears might help calm them.
Yeah, most likely.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. From time to time, I spend the waking nights pondering the very same question. It would be misleading to cast blame for all our miseries on the Great Shutdown. In fact, when we were first riven from the wider network, the vast majority of our boron systems remained connected between themselves. Isolated from external threats, we commenced a new age of reflection and scientific endeavor. And while this period of peace brought the wealth of Kingdom N to fabulous new heights, we were not complacent. Resources were stockpiled throughout the Queendom, a precautionary measure. Oh, we thought we were prepared, yet in truth we were far from it. We boron are inherently connected to each other, you see. We thrive on a collective sort of innate affinity. Once that connection was severed, each system found itself in complete isolation. Things fell apart quite quickly, I'm afraid to say. Productivity collapsed catastrophically. Stockpiles were depleted far more rapidly than anticipated, and there was no way to replenish them. After years of disarray, Great Reef finally reconnected with barren shores. Later, it was joined by several other systems. The provinces adrift were founded, but by then the damage was done. We still lacked crucial resources. I contend that it was the collective psychological toll of the severance that caused this, more so than the evident logistical challenges posed by the shutdown. I regret my approach at our meeting. You see, I have not hosted a diplomatic function in decades. Unfortunately, I am simply not in the habit of communicating with anyone other than Boron, you see. We Boron converse amongst ourselves, relying on complex structures of pheromones, not just mere words. There was so much to communicate, so much to cogitate upon, yet the words failed to convey my meaning. You must imagine it like painting an ocean, yet having only a single shade of blue with which to do so.
The Protectorate has determined that this system poses no threat to the citizens of Sol or the wider network. Our orders are to deploy to a position of more strategic importance. Still, stay alert. None of us know what might be lurking out there.
The Alliance of the Ward thanks you for your support.
I'm so very sorry you had to witness that embarrassingly discordant display. Leader Wee and I disagree on much, but he is not a bad person. You know, he is just scared. I think he is scared of falling short. He carries the weight of the expectations of the entire provinces. He wants to keep everyone safe, and I think he fears that your expedition will exacerbate an already dangerous situation. Yes, fraught with danger. The provinces lie uncomfortably close to Kark territory. When Sanctuary of Darkness first connected to the provinces, it triggered regular attacks. We barely managed to protect ourselves with the meager military that we could cobble together. Thankfully, the waves have calmed for now. The Kark incursions eventually ceased. All attempts to communicate with these enigmatic creatures have failed, so I would hesitate to call it a ceasefire. It is more of a lull in hostilities. As you can imagine, the situation remains rather fragile. Pleasant travel. The steward and I have had our differences in the past, but I had no idea he would be so stubborn.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction.
I was looking for the message about the split invaders. Wrong one.
Who does this fool think he is? Does he not understand the gravity of our mission? Withholding his consent? We shall continue without it if necessary. You may have a point. Perhaps his simple mind cannot grasp all the variables at play. I wonder if we can help him to see the bigger picture. Yes, you are right. That much is obvious. I cannot help but wonder if there's more to the issue than that. Perhaps he is overly attached to his role as Prime Administrator of the provinces. A reunion with King Dement would inevitably result in him having to relinquish power and standing. Ah, I understand. He is worried that our presence will stir up an infestation of the Chitterers. The Alliance of the Word is certainly prepared to provide assurances that our investigation will not leave him exposed to Ka'ak attacks.
Let's see if he gives me the split message this time. Oh, jeez.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. Your commendable commitment to peace is as welcome as it is unexpected. The Alliance of the Word is to be lauded for its respect for our peaceful ways. Ah, the silent one from our disappointing
Why is he not giving me the other one?
I regret my approach at our meeting. You see, I have not hosted a diplomatic function in decades. Unfortunately, I am simply not in the habit of communicating with anyone other than Boron, you see. We Boron converse amongst ourselves, relying on complex structures of pheromones, not just mere words. There was so much to communicate, so much to cogitate upon, yet the words failed to convey my meaning.
Can I click?
You must imagine it like painting an ocean, yet having only a single shade of blue with which to do so.
I will never do this mission again.
You are correct, of course. There is no harm in reaching for common ground. I am embarrassed to say that our defensive capabilities are woefully inadequate.
Okay.
Ashamedly so. Our economy is so fractured, we struggle to construct anything larger, perhaps, than a frigate. We cannot even resource and operate a full-scale shipyard. For half a century of isolation, we Boron have had little need for a comprehensive military. I fear that we are wholly unprepared for the myriad dangers lurking beyond the gate. And should word spread of the valuable equipment and facilities proposed by the Alliance of the Word, it might be akin to painting a target upon ourselves for any nefarious actors in the vicinity. One moment. I have, even now, received word of split incursions. If we had anything of value to loot, we would not be discussing skirmishes. They would descend upon us in hordes.
Okay. All right. Yeah, this way.
Well, we are a scientific expedition, so our offensive options are rather limited in that regard. What we can do, however, is make assurances that any valuable equipment that is transported into Boron space will be well guarded, making it an unappealing target. Furthermore, I am prepared to place several scouts at his disposal, and to establish a network of satellites in watchful gaze. That will give the split cause to reconsider an incursion into the provinces. The situation with this steward does indeed seem resolvable, though I fear he wears my patience thin. Take this matter in hand. Go and see the fool. Perhaps you can change his mind.
I got the right one this time. All right.
Ah, the silent one from our disappointing introduction. Well, well, this is an unexpectedly kind offer from the Alliance of the Word. I must admit that security assistance in these uncertain times would indeed be a welcome reassurance. I must say how thoroughly reassured I am. And again, please accept my most profound apologies for our earlier miscommunication. Clearly, our values are in auspicious alignment. I am confident that you will ensure no harm befalls my charges. Please, do proceed with my blessing and my people's support for the success of your historic mission.
Totally cool. You gonna let my camera go now?
With the gate and watchful gaze reactivated, to our knowledge, only 3 more dormant gates remain in province space. One is located in Ocean of Fantasy, another in Barren Shores. The final one was discovered by scouts in Sanctuary of Darkness. If Sanctuary of Darkness sounds foreboding, you may find that the name is fitting. It is host to a significant Ka'ak infestation. Urgh. Even uttering the name makes my fins tingle. Yet I must remain firm on the matter. Do not, under any circumstances, engage with the Ka'ak. Every interaction with them results in horrific conflict.
You have our word, Leader Wee. We shall do everything in our power to avoid undue provocation.
Thank you. And may I bestow upon you a gift? We have prepared for you a fighter ship. A humble gift, but hopefully it will be of use to you in the times ahead.
I thought you were bankrupt.
We are most grateful. You have been an exemplary host. Explorer, you have done well to secure access for us to continue our mission. Please, claim the scout ship as your own. May it serve you well.
Oops. That's right. I haven't gone there yet. can pay. I think that was the wrong one. I think I gotta call it to the dock. No. Okay, I failed to see the...
Mako.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
We need to investigate the dormant gates to formulate the next step of our expedition.
I am already familiar with the gate in Ocean of Fantasy. If you supply me with the necessary equipment and provide me with a few pointers as to what exactly I am to do, it would be my deepest pleasure to assist.
Excellent. The Alliance shall investigate barren shores. That only leaves the matter of the final gate, the location of which is somewhat more precarious. Explorer, you have excelled thus far. Put that new fighter of yours to good use. Fine Sanctuary of Darkness. It seems that you are best suited to this task.
All the times I dreamt of being reunited with my fellow Boron, it never crossed my mind that they might be in such impoverished circumstances. I know that the Alliance has received communications from Kingdom End, but those were dispatched decades ago. Hopefully, they have fared better than the Boron here. I am curious about the contents of their message. Just how much of their preliminary findings have they shared with their Alliance counterparts? Once we have gained access to both gates' data, maybe the Alliance really intends to conduct experiments from our side too. Trying to manipulate gates would be an incredibly involved undertaking. Yet it seems as though Numankaret is single-minded about the whole endeavor. Can you imagine the possibilities that would be open to us if we could manipulate these gates at will?
Thanks to the newly opened trade routes, we have commenced rebuilding our shipyard. You are, of course, most welcome to aid us in our undertaking. Your efforts will, of course, be lucratively compensated.
It's the only way I know of doing it without deploying them. So I'm going to call this video and we'll pick it up in the next one. Till then, bye-bye.